Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the bus. Thanks for joining me today. Didn't do anything last week because we're trying to get everything ready for the winter, which we're mostly done. I have a lot of garage work to do, but I figured I'd come out here today. It is minus 7 degrees Celsius outside today, so I want to give this heater a good run, see what it does inside the bus while I'm in here doing stuff. Door open, close, open, close. I'm going to install today a USB charger, which looks like a cigarette charger, but I don't know if you can see that. It's got 3 USB ports, top one being a USB 3, so that puts out more power. So this is going to go in the dash just above the radio, the stereo that does not work. I don't have any speakers anyway. I'm going to put that in because when we were out last time, both times we took the bus out this year, we didn't have USB chargers and we were running off of a portable, like a little battery pack that we use for backpacking, and that is not fun when you're trying to share that while you're driving and it's all over. In the crinkly bag, I also have 2 of these surface mount USB ports. One's going to be for back here. I've got wiring back here for it somewhere. And one is going to be just up at the other end of the couch. I'm just going to hook it up temporarily. I'm eventually going to build a small cabinet there. I'm just taking this apart so you can see it. Oh yeah. Okay, that goes on this way. They have covers on them so you don't accidentally stick something in there. Anyway, without the cover, you can see they're spring-loaded little covers, and they're just USB 2. They will work perfectly fine for 90% of what we have. The one in the front, the driver's compartment, is going to run off of the bus, the chassis, the bus engine itself, bus batteries. The 2 back here are going to run off the living space, the RV batteries. I am not explaining again why I want them separate. I have always kept the bus and the living quarters separate, so that's just the way I built it, so no cross-contamination. Anyway, I'm going to let this heater do its thing. I'm going to get myself set up to drill the hole here, figure out where I'm going to pull power for this thing, but I'm going to put these in today, and hopefully I can get the proper storage box for our little butane stove that we use for cooking in the bus. I'm hoping to get that done today. I don't know if I have the right hinges that I want to use, but I can at least make a lid that sits on there with a couple of cleats to hold it in place. Now I'm going to drink a bunch of coffee because I think I'm tired. Okay, so here's the area where I'm going to put that stereo down here that doesn't work at all. It doesn't matter if it works or not. I have no speakers. It's probably just a pop fuse on this. So I might, when I rebuild the dash, I might put a couple of speakers up front here just so I can have this working. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I don't see why not. There will be a stereo in the living quarters, which would be much nicer and much better sound, but you know, you can't hardly hear anything anyway when you're driving. Anyway, right here, probably over on this side is where I want to put that charging port. So I'm going to check in behind here, which I know there's nothing up there. I don't need to check, but I'll double check before I drill anything. I'm going to go get a hole saw, and I'm just going to cut the proper size hole right there, and I'm going to search for power, and I want power only when the key is on. So that is not going to be a problem. I'll probably pull it right off the stereo power. We'll see. That's the plan right now. We've been about 15 minutes, and we've gone from -6 it was in here, and it's jumping between 0 and 1, so almost 1 degree. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I have no idea what this powers from. It's a connector that doesn't really go anywhere. There wasn't anything else in here to be connected, so it's probably for some optional connection that just isn't there anymore, or ever was. I'm assuming black and red. Can't really read what this may have said at one time, if it said anything. But black and red, 12-volt system, hot and ground. I'm going to test that. Let's see. Black one is here, and the red one is here. Check with my tester. See if we've got power right now, which we should not. We have the center here. Down this bottom over here. And we have nothing. Let's get the trusty key out. Everything is there. Whew. We have 10 volts. Tells me I need to put the charger on the bus batteries. Let's fire the bus up for a while. Now let's see what we got. Now we got 12. Okay, I'm going to pull off these two here. I'm going to cut these off and tie them into the cable here. The one that came with the device. And I'm sorry if it got noisy because I had to start the bus, but that's the way we're going to have to deal with it. And we've got a inline fuse here for this unit as well. I'll probably replace this down the road with a blade style one. It's easier to deal with. These little glass ones are harder to find nowadays. They're still out there, but they're harder to find. Okay. Shut you off. You don't really need to watch me do this. Suffice to say, I'm going to the red one. I'm going to connect it to the red here. And the ground, the black, I'm going to connect it to here. And then these just plug into the back of here. And I'll tie them up in the back with some zip straps and they'll be good. Tucked up out of the way. And we'll be good to go. So, that's that. Thread this in the hole here. Never mind. And I turn it so that it's nice and straight. Retainer on the back. Wires done. Alright, for the moment of truth, I can't really use it right now because, you know, I need my phone. And I'm recording with my phone. I don't need that. Well, that was weird. The power source I connected to fluctuates. It's jumping between, it sits at 12, then it hits 14, then it comes down to 7. I'm wondering if it's not for some sort of a gauge. Definitely not a constant supply like it seemed to be when I first tested it. So I've got to find a new, I keep looking at it because I'm very confused by that. I have to find a new power source, but I used the last of my connectors, so I need to go for a drive to Princess Auto and pick up some more connectors. So whatever, I guess I'll go for a ride. And on the heater front, well, granted it's only -5 out right now, but it's 6 degrees in here. I've got it running on high. It's definitely warm enough for us to work in here. I don't know what it's going to be like when it's -20 outside. But the window coverings, let me show you over here. I did, if you watched us building the walls, we did make a space in here for a window covering that's going to have Reflectex in it, and it's going to drop down. There's going to be a wood panel on here. It's going to drop down nice and flush in this hole. And every window has one of those to put Reflectex window coverings. So that's what we're going to do there. I think we might just cut them to fit now for the winter and worry about covering them later on. But maybe next payday I'll pick up some Reflectex. We'll see. It's not too cold out yet. Alright, back from picking up some parts, had lunch. Couldn't quite figure out what was going on with the power there. When I checked it earlier, it was getting a steady 13.5, 14 volts from the alternator. I hooked it all up, and it wasn't putting any power out to the charger, to the cable to the phone. So I can't figure that out. So then I tested the voltage on the back of it, and it was 6, 7, maybe 8 volts. Weird. I pulled the leads off, tested them not connected to the 12 volt or to the USB charging adapter, and I got 13.5 volts. So it is the little Amazon special, this thing that I bought. Something wrong with it, because as soon as I pull the leads off, I just pull one lead off and I've got full power. Put the leads back on and check it at the back, and the power goes away. So I'm not sure what's going on there, but it is clearly messed up. I'm going to take, where is it? I'm going to take one of these ones that I have for around the room here, and I'm going to just temporarily hook that up there and see if it works. If it works, then I know what the problem is. If it doesn't work, I don't know. Weird. Yeah. This round one that I bought is defective. There's the little rectangular ones, so this round one, something wrong with it. That's too bad. The rectangular one I bought, hooked it up there temporarily, and worked like a charm. Just turned the key on and off we went. So I have a choice. I can temporarily mount that one there, or I can mount them back here like I had intended on either end of the couch. And maybe just run a 10-foot charging cable from my phone to it. But I think I'll have another one in no time. I'll see if Amazon will return that one. It's been a little while. Probably won't be able to return it, but it was cheap. So yeah, maybe I'll just buy it. Alright, here's what I decided to do. I'm going to connect this one up here, and I'll just bend the wire over, and I'm just going to screw it onto here temporarily until I build the box in here. Then it's going to probably go on the top of the box. I'm not even sure you can see me. Anyway, I'm just putting the ends on it right now. I'm not taking the label tape off of it that I have on it because I'm going to be moving things around later. There we go. I just need a screwdriver, which of course I don't have, and I'm just going to mount this literally right there and put the cover on it and call it good and temporarily mounted. And that's it for that one. Let me go get a screwdriver. All right, I'm back. Hey, look at that, we got power. That means I have, nice, I did put a fuse in there. That's good. Okay. Just gonna screw this on here temporarily, just until I can get this box built in here, which is going to be within the next couple, 3 weekends. And that'll hold that. Let's put the cover on it. There we go. Let's get it tested. Unfortunately, I need to shut you off in order to test it. Worked perfect. Okay, so I know this looks stupid, but the point was the last time we went out, we didn't have any power. Now, are we going out anytime soon? We don't know. I still haven't dealt with the transmission issue with the TCM, so I don't know. But maybe I get that fixed next week. Maybe I don't. Maybe I do. And we want to just do a little day run out somewhere, go do some day hiking, bring the, maybe we go for an overnight somewhere, just a quick little overnight while it's still not too cold out. At least we have the power now, because without it there, it was a pain in the butt. So we've got 2 charging ports there. I'm going to put 2 more at the back here, possibly up at the bed. I'm not sure yet, but I'm going to order another one for the front and get that taken care of. And yeah, so let's put the back one in. I am rethinking the back one for now. I've got one in, we're good there. The reason I'm rethinking this is because I'm building in this area is going to be a flip up desk, and that's what this power here is for. It's going to all be on that flip up desk. And this USB, the 12 volt cable there, is too short to reach the couch. I never really intended to put it on the couch here. I'm putting one on the couch at the other end. So this one being too short, I don't feel like extending it. I think I'm just going to tie this stuff up and be done with it. We've got one in here for now. And I'm hoping that'll be enough. Get the one up at the front done. I'm toying around with the idea of bringing dedicated power in from the bus batteries, from the chassis batteries, and putting a 12 volt panel under the dash, because I'm going to end up with a bunch of other stuff there too. So I don't know. Anyway, I think that's where I'm going to end those. I'm not going to put the other one in. I'm going to pull the bus ahead and I'm going to clean it out. I think I might unplug it because I've got it plugged into power. So I might unplug it, maybe move the van, clean everything out of here, and then put it back and plug it back in. So I think that's what I'm going to do right now. Alright, I got most everything out from there. Oh, I missed a couple of logs and stuff, but anyway, most of it's out, so when I start working under there, it's all good. And Christina has been sanding this down today so that it's flush, so that I can finish facing it. She was working on this one, took a little break, and I imagine she'll be back soon. But I am going to focus my efforts right here. So we've got this stove that we use in the bus, because it doesn't have any windbreak or anything for it, so using it outside is a bit of a nightmare. But I need to make a shelf in here. I also need to attach this to the wall. I'll be doing that as well. And all this wiring, I'll just cut a hole. I'll just bore a hole in it and it can just go right through the hole into there. But I think I'm gonna attach it to the wall, measure it up, and cut a piece of 1/2 inch for there, so that sits in there nice and firm and doesn't wobble all over the place. So I've got a piece in there. Just need to cut this hole out here this hole for the wires to drag through. This is a piece from the original bus seats, the bottoms of the bus seats. So we're reusing as much of this as we can, and we've used almost all of it. There we go. Got a nice little piece of foam rubber for it too. Nice and cushioned. There's the lid. It's not attached. It's got a bit of a bow in it. So I'm going to put some weight on it here and just leave it. And I'm going to buy some piano hinge to put on the back. It will only lift up to there because of the cabinet, but that's enough. That's enough to get it in and out of there. And it gives us a nice extra little shelf to put stuff. You know, we could technically put the stove right there if we were just heating up some water for coffee or something. Keeps it off the countertop. That's that. Christina's got this most of the way done, but we have old batteries for our sander, and it just doesn't last very long. So that's where we're going to stop on that for now. I think that's it for the bus today. There's a few things I want to do, but I don't have the lumber to do it, and I don't have the space. It's getting cold. I can't cut as much outside as I want to, and I need to deal with the garage. I keep looking over into the garage. It's a nightmare. Yeah, I'm gonna go get my headphones, and I'm going to get my Coke, have a drink, and I'm going to tackle the garage and try and get somewhere with it.